Let's draft a Druid. I feel like my Druids have been getting dumped. Mage, we're just gonna get a turd mage and be miserable, so let's not do that. Instead, let's take a Puffer here over Vulpira, although Vulpira is fun. Puffer is a nice way to deal AoE damage in a class that kind of can't do that. But welcome back, Odd. Where'd you go? What'd you do? Take a Druid of the Claw. We're absolute garbage. I don't like this card, but I mean, it's a 5 mana, 5/6 taunt. That's a pretty big deal. These are both good. Corporal or Grubber. We'll just take the 2. I love Darnassus. But if you're not playing this on turn 1 or 2, it's pretty bad, right? It just kind of doesn't do anything after that. Whereas Mothership is just stupid. I like Moonlit Guidance too. I would probably take Darnassus over it, but if we already had like a Phelan or a Yogg or something fun, where you could maybe spam some extra value and stuff, I would maybe take it over this, but it's kind of have to take the Motherships and get some wins. Like Wrath a fair amount. I just love Merchant so much. So while I want Wrath in case we pick up like a Jerry Rig or a Queen Ashara or something, I'm gonna take the Merchant and the Growth here. I got stuck in a long Omegle chat. Is that where people like show their boobies and their naughty bits to one another? I think someone was telling me about it. Alez, I think. I don't really know what it is, but double Mothership or double Diver? Let's just take BGH. Just kidding. We'll take Mothership. I think it's fair. I actually sometimes find Twin Fin really bails me out of a rough spot. But Savage Combatant is good and I like it. And Dragon's a nice too. You could take any of these and there's an argument, but I think Combatant's the best card, and it's still early in the draft. I'll just take the best card for a while. Take a Gardens. Looking for a Dredge card if we can get one. I think Mark is nice. These are garbage. Not great in our deck, which has got a pretty horrible curve right now, but 10 picks from now we hope to have a functional deck. I hate them all. I'm taking Psychotron, and I don't think it's the worst thing there. First pick, maybe Diver. At this point, I think we have to take the Claw, and I'm pretty happy to get one. Ram Commander's great. These cards make the Gardens better. They make the Mark better. Really good with Merchant. It's by far the best card here, but also just in general for our deck, it's kind of absurd. I'm just gonna take every Mothership just to get Dreads mad. There are a lot of dicks on there, but every once in a while you get a person fully clothed. Oh, that sounds fun though. I mean to talk to people. I guess I kind of do that on the stream. So when I'm not streaming, I kind of enjoy not talking to people in general for the most part. But I guess, yeah, if you're like, you work a job from home or something and you don't chat with anybody, or you're not working, or you go to school online, it's fun to interact with people, right? How many mechs? We got 3 Motherships, so Click Clocker's got some value. We also have Psychotron. 5 mana for a 4/5. Taunt Divine Shield is actually kind of good, huh? The other cards are poo and expensive. Dr. Green Thumb. Not many spells, but I guess these cards kind of like reward the same. You need an expensive spell. I'm gonna take it. Maybe it works. And I'll run a Librarian. I don't love it, but I'll run it. What is happening here? Giving us all the crap. We have 1 Murloc. I'll just take a Sidekick, I think. It's fine. Revenant is playable. Did we need dragons for anything? Not really, right? Let's take another Merchant. Very nice card. A second Gardens. Without an ability to dredge up, the first feels kind of bad, but I don't want a Sorceress, and I don't really need a second Mark, so maybe we'll get 2 or 3 dredge picks in the last few and be happy. I think Oracle's cute, but not great. We only have 3 2-drops, so let's pick up something. We take a Noyo, only really for the implications with like Clocker. I mean, sometimes you want to taunt, but I think I'll just take this guy. I'll take another 4, I suppose. I think I'll take a Peasant here. Azur's kind of rough. Best in Shell is nice. I guess it's nice with Dr. Green Thumb. And another Corporal over a Juggler. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good deck. Triple Mothership is kind of the only reason why. One Grow 3 Mothership should be enough to carry us to something respectable, I hope. Last deck went 7, so let's pay out 5 to 7, I believe. If I made a mistake, well, that's on me. Let's get a different bet going for different win totals. 0 dredge, yeah, that's okay. Nothing offered. Can we get 3 gorilla bots? That'd be good, gorilla bot. Better than being stuck in the laundry machine. Draw 30. Hunter, Mage, Warlock. That's been there for 3 days. Well, we'll draw 30, right? What day is it? We have a few more days. I did my my quest to get the card back today. I went 5-1 in Wild, and I lost to somebody who had the Quest Mage card that gives you an extra turn, and then they had a Bran, and then they had some Parrots. And they took about 9 turns in a row. When I came back, it still wasn't my turn. I walked away for like 20 minutes. Alright, I'm gonna stretch my legs. Oh god, my legs. Oh my.
Versus Thrall!
My elements are frightful.
I will go forward at any cost.
I don't really want to start with either of those 3s if I can't hit a 2. Do I ever hold it? If I pick up a minion on my first draw. So I play this. I think I can wait. I can play this, and then maybe I get 2 more minions, but I know I'll have the 2 rams too. Oh. Redbeard House Tour. Okay, let's play this one, because now we can play this one. I guess we're still kind of losing a buff, but we're getting a much better minion on board. We could play this. If we draw a minion here, we buff 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. There's no more divider. So there's a couch with some debris on it. This is the big room I'm in. That's my light. Pretty fancy, right? That's my wall art there. That's the kitchen. To the right over there is the front door, and then beyond this wall is a bedroom of a smaller proportions, but still kind of it's a big room, which has nothing in it but a bed, and that's it. So I could play this and make a 3/4 Divine Shield. But I guess a 2/2 Divine Shield, like the Divine Shield doesn't actually matter that much here, right? Because if I play 1 minion, he's getting that. I suppose I could play that. But I think I'll just do this.
A place to remember.
Love Den, just a bed, no windows. Oh, sorry, yeah, there's so on the other side is the bed, and then that way there's a window. I have blackout curtains, but I try to open them once in a while. Yeah. I actually like it in there, I don't know. I hate the sun. Yeah, there's a bed and my stuffed animals. 3 pillows. A fitted sheet, another sheet, a comforter. I like it. What else you guys want to know? Does the light hurt you, Red? No, it doesn't hurt me. I don't want to die. I feel like I should make some trades. The sun is overpowered. Nerf the sun. I think they should nerf the sun. And also Kessie, Rag, good to see you. Sorry, I was a little distracted while I was stretching my legs, getting the wheels spinning. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys, however you started your day, it's getting better. If it started out amazing, I hope it's even more amazing. If it started out horrible, I hope it's slightly less horrible. Alright. So Mothership's good. But do I even really need it? What if, theoretically, I just did something like this, maybe? You know, mitigate his damage, push some damage, develop a thing. That's pretty good. I have to wear SPF 140 if I go outside. Hey, you know what? I watched a YouTube video, or I read an article, or I saw something on TV, I forget. But I think, like, the difference between, like, SPF, like, 30 and 40 and, like, SPF 1 million is almost nothing. It's kind of a scam. I believe it's, like, it's not like SPF 80 is twice as powerful as SPF 40. Like, SPF 40 is, like, 96% effective, and SPF 150 is like 97% effective or something, but it's like way more expensive. I don't know, don't quote me on that, but I think that I definitely heard that.
What shall I do?
I definitely remember thinking that. Let's see, I can trade. I guess I can kill this one. And these are both the same size, so let's kill this. Big suntan lotion is coming for us. I think so, yeah. Can we get more subs so Red can open forward windows? Oh, I mean, there's a big window right here. I keep it closed. I mean, there's a window in the kitchen, which I mostly just leave unaddressed. This is just a big screen door that's, you know, leads to outside. Don't worry, I've got a lot of windows. I believe anything above SPF 30, yeah, it's like either the exact same or like so close that it doesn't really like tangibly make a difference. Something like that. But I mean, wear protection during love making and during sun walking. I don't wear sunscreen if I'm like just going out, but I should probably. My skin is very sensitive. But if I'm like going to the beach or something, or if I'm going out on a hike, I'm gonna be like sliding down the hill, be sliding out the shark's mouth. I've never worn sunscreen in my life, and I probably should. I think you should, yeah. I think even if you have a darker complexion, the sun can do damage to you, right? I mean, you know, whatever. I mean, within reason. I mean, you're not gonna coat bucket full of sunscreen on every time you go outside to pick up your mail, but like, if you're gonna spend all day in the sun, it's probably best to mitigate some of its damaging rays. Protection is for rubes. I remember when I went to Las Vegas with my brother and his coworker, and then Dexter and his wife, and now ex-wife. When Dexter's ex-wife, wife at the time, and my friend, we all met up there. My brother had met Dexter for the first time, and he said that he kind of pulled me to the side. He's like, "Hey, your friend Dexter?" I was like, "Yeah, he's cool, huh?" He's like, "He's a total rube. Keep him off the, keep him out of the gambling area. He's a total rube. They're gonna prey upon him." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I pulled Dexter. So I was like, "Hey, word on the street is you're a rube. You're a target." And he's like, "Oh, Redbeard, me? No, I'm a good gambler, Red. I'm a good gambler. Got the numbers. I got the equations. I read a book about." I'm like, "No, Dexter. We're going for mimosas, you and I."
My greetings.
Why, hello.
Please wear sunscreen. It's all downhill after 25. Oh, you're 21. You're right, but how could you know for certain? Unless you've just seen my skin and complexion and body and smelled my breath and realized it's all downhill after 25. And who was a rube in the hotel that night? I was asleep on a bed, okay? I was passed out, too inebriated to stand. And Dexter used that to his advantage, not in like a nefarious way. He just made love to his wife. And then I woke up and I made eye contact with both of them. And I actually was so inebriated that night that when I woke up, I didn't even really remember it. Like when I really woke up the next day, and then Dexter was like, "Hey Red, how'd you sleep?" I was like, "Yeah, pretty good. You know, drank a little too much." Hey, thanks Tram. Thank you very much for the Prime. I'm like, yeah, like, you know, pretty good, dude. Like, what's up? And he's like, you sure you didn't see anything weird? I'm like, huh? No. What are you talking about? Stop bothering me. Going for pancakes. Like, oh, you didn't wake up and like see anything? I was like, oh my god. And after like the 9th time he reminded me, I was like, oh yeah, I woke up and you were making love with your wife. Me in the room. That was weird. Why did you do that? But thank you very much, Tram. I hope you're having a nice day. And remember, have a great day. I don't know, it's almost like he wanted me to know that he was doing the nasty. After he sent the video from 3 different angles. No. No. No! This is probably gonna be good, right? Collagen production starts to decline around 25 years of age. I believe it. I feel like I got a nasty lack of collagen. 9th time. Hey, Broody. Maybe he did it on purpose? You'd think maybe, but Dexter, he's not really all that bold. He's not really all that adventurous. I think that his wife and he agreed to do whoopee making for the first time in a while. Like, look, this is like our opportunity. Like, this is our only chance on this trip, and I think it, you know, just circumstance presented itself, and Dexter presented himself. She was really going to town on his beehole. When was the first time you had a threesome with Dexter? When I called him up, we were doing, we were preparing for Twitch Rivals before we really knew each other, and he was screaming at me, you know, yelling at me for not knowing how to use Discord appropriately. And he ended the call, and I felt really bad. And then he called me back like 2 minutes later, and his wife at the time was like, you know, he's like, oh, I'm sorry, my wife said I was being mean to you, I'm sorry, Mr. Redbeard, I'm so stressed out. And then I just told him, like, dude, you're goddamn right you're sorry. You're gonna be way more sorry if you ever talk to me like that again. I'm gonna whoop your ass. It was kind of like the first time. The story sounds made up. None of these stories are made up. They're all real. That's why I don't go out anymore. It's one of my best friends in the whole wide world is a goddamn sex delinquent, pushover, old-timey chimney sweep. Good questions today. Nasty Druid deck. I don't think we've got a great Druid deck outside of the Miracle Growth and the 3 motherships. Which, yeah, that sounds great, but I think a lot of the Druids we're going to see when we inevitably end our run are going to have the same structure, same power level, plus a Ysera and 2 scales and a flipper. Like, the decks just are going to ramp up in quality very quickly. They'll have, you know, even sometimes you don't even have to wait that long. They just have Dire Frost Wolves and Park Panthers before they inevitably draw all that wicked stuff. But there's always a chance that they don't have all those nasty board clears on curve every game, right? It's possible. There's nothing we can do about it, so we don't have to, like, just play our cards and hope they don't have it. We don't have options. My last druid had 3 scales. My last 6 or 7 druids have had, I believe, 2 scales total. So, the good news is there are druids out there that won't be destroying you with scales and flippers. The bad news is I'm playing it, so a little bit less good. I like to think we have a threesome every time I come to the stream. It's just you, me, and chat going at it with very weird energy. This is a very weird energy chat. Miracle Growth is awful for us because he draws cards, but he's not developing a very large minion, and honestly we're getting some cards too ourselves. We're getting 2. He's got 6, we've got 2. He's really got 7 though. So if I play this, I can't play that. I kind of have to play this. Oh, can I get this out? Actually, no, because that one dies. Pretty... Shut up, dude. I mean, yeah, you're right. Oh, it's Incubus. Oh, I didn't realize. Is Incubus... I didn't mean to disrespect my good friend Incubus. Is he just sniping us every day now? This was the guy that sniped us in that like half-hour game yesterday at the end of the stream. And then gave us the win. Sorry, Incubus. I didn't realize it was you. I wouldn't have...
Thanks to you.
I wouldn't have disrespected you. Dreads, of course. I would disrespect Dreads. Naturally. Typically see a decline in UVA production with a higher SPF. Oh, today I learned. This has been an educational stream. Martha, it sometimes is, I feel like. Yeah, there's like a scam behind it. And they're more expensive, like they'll price it higher. Yeah, I need cards. That's a good card. That's a good card. None of these are mechs. Let's go 4. 1. 6. 3. Active agents differ in the US and Europe based on what has been approved.
The Seed Lord be its own treasure.
Well, I guess at hero power I can only get 1 minion on the board anyway. That one? I mean, we might as well just play this. Like if he plays a Deathwing or whatever, or another Moarg or another Miracle Growth, we can't go face with either one, so. If he plays a Deathwing, he only has to discard 6 cards. So.
Well played.
Oh my gosh. I was gonna concede to pay him back for yesterday. Well, shit. I was gonna do a real win trading. I remember this guy, he gave you the most difficult free win ever. Yeah. It's Incubus. He actually played us twice in the last run. Or not the last, but of the Druid run. We played him twice. We beat him earlier in the run, and then he beat us, but then conceded. But, you know, what are you gonna do? I'm just trying to play the game. If he wants to give us wins, nothing I can do. If he wants to give us losses, that's worse. So I'd rather not get losses.
Versus Rexar.
I don't think I keep a mothership. But gosh, you know what? Maybe I do. I coin a Corporal into a Flurry Tar Creeper. Like, that's a pretty good start, right? So my toe is itching. And I feel like I should probably take my sock off and look. Hold on. Les isn't here, so I'm allowed to chat. Fuck. I played this one actually.
You've gone too far.
Dallas beat Calgary. Oh no. I didn't see that game, hadn't finished. Colorado barely beat Nashville. New York beat Pittsburgh. Can't play anything if I do that. Tasney? Oh, what's up, Taz? Taz is still here? Slash alive? That's great. Hopefully she got a bet in. It appears as though she did not. Bunghole check. Why would you need to check that? Chat is so full of cats. No one will notice me here. Chat loves the kitty. I just finished work. Oh, that's a good hit for us. Really good. Yeah, work sucks. I know. I could silence that. Certainly not a bad silence. But if he's trading and getting one card, I don't really care. If we're silencing like a mountain bear or something, a mama bear, or a high main, that could be a big deal. Hope you're doing well. Hey, thanks, Handorito. I'm doing okay. Did the Colombian lady, was she working today? I feel like there's always good stories about the Colombian lady yelling at you, apologizing to you. It's about all I've heard her do, but hey, you never know. Oh, I have to start work. Just quit. Just quit that job. Unless it's paying you an abundant amount of money, in which case you can continue supporting Redbeard and his online endeavors, which case you might want to take some overtime shifts on the weekend or tonight. Okay, so it could be Bear Trap. Don't really care about that. Could be Freezing, which I don't really care about that either. And that's all I gotta say about that. We didn't have sex, if that's what you're playing. What the fuck? Wow, that would certainly not what I imagine happens. Don't you work at the bank? Good gracious. No. What the hell? Is that legal? Hey Red, how does the new hat feel? It's gotta be some difference from Pikachu. It feels poofy. What the hell? I definitely didn't say that much. Sure, I may have thought it. I may have written a personal fan fiction about it. I may be working on a illustrated graphic novel detailing the sexcapades of the two of you guys, but certainly didn't imply or ask it currently. Want to see a disgusting Druid deck? No. Why is Team Liquid's logo a horse? Horses aren't liquid. Actually, it's a good question. I don't know why it is a horse. It's good. It's poofy. They can hold all your luscious hair. You mean my thick, greasy man bun? Yeah, that is good. That is good. I can can grow it out again. Thinking about dyeing it turquoise. Maybe mauve. Get a nice mauve man bun. I like the way you think.
A place to remember.
What am I doing here? Should I kill this guy? Can I kill him? I didn't even count, really. House kill. I'm glad I didn't miss lethal. I was just gonna cast something. Oh, we got 3 wins. What an absolute delight. Redbeard winning at Hearthstone. Just had an infinite rogue. Now we're 3-0. Hey Taz, I hope you're doing well. Hey Talria, what about me? Mothership or the Hunter Mama Bear? That's a good question. I think Mama Bear is a better card, but you have to play Hunter. But if you could play Mama Bear in any class, I would take that over Mothership, I think. But I think, you know, 7-drop class cards should be very powerful, or some of them. Like if it were a legendary, I think that would be like a nutty, powerful, kind of cool Hunter legendary. But it's like a common or a rare or something. Hey, I hope you're doing. What am I doing? Yeah, I think that bear is
A fine purchase.
What the flip? Okay, so what am I doing? Trading again? I don't think so. I should be able to attack his weapon. You ever drafted a trash deck with 4 legendaries? Yeah. I'm sure I have.
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry's here.
What am I doing next turn? I could play a 4-5. The ping is kind of nice too, but I can't double ping, right?
The place to remember.
Where? And funnel cakes.
We'll see. I don't love it. He could like double trade, hero power trade, still have a 2/1 on the board, plus a 3-drop. Oh, is this purple guy a druid? Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't look very druidy.
A little blunder.
But I don't. What does he look like? What is he?
Get out.
I was listening to that. Come on, YouTube. Red does 50,000 push-ups during the stream, and it makes the rest of us look bad. I do like 12 to 24. It's hard. I mean, they're easy, but like, it's hard to take the time. It takes like 30 seconds, but I should do more. I was doing like 100 for like 4 days. It's just tough. Instead, I ate a cookie today. Instead, I ate a goddamn cookie.
Good morning, my beautiful Kel.
You've gone too far.
I'm gonna have gigantic minions on the board, and he only has 6 mana. Well, he played nothing last turn? Oh, play maybe Nova? So he bumps there. The hero, but he could Nova and clear the board.
Stay up or get out.
I'm okay with this, I think. He looks like a warlock? Yeah, he looks more like a warlock.
Wanna blow something up?
I could play this and this. I can play this and clear his board. I feel like he's like got 7 mana. This guy costs 5. What if I just trade here and push? I'm probably not gonna die, right? Push-ups are easy. Me trying to do a single push-up with my toothpick arms. Well, aren't you? It's probably harder because you're trying to push your badonka-donk up, right? If you've got like a large posterior, I've just got like a little. I've got 2 paper plates back there that you made spaghetti on, and the plates got all soggy and wet. It's not good. Why do you, after playing Lady Prester, the dragons cost 10? The dragons cost whatever the card they're replacing cost. So if you got a Deathwing here, it would be a 2 mana 3/2 Deathwing. If you got a Ysera here, it would be a 6 mana 5/4 Ysera.
Paddle away now.
Badonkadonk. Isn't that what the kids are calling their rear ends these days? You youngsters? The only push-ups I recognize, Talriel says, are the Flintstones. Push-up ice creams. Do they have those in Australia? They might not. Always got weird things in different countries. Just lie on your back and push the air up. The difference is immeasurable. Hey, if Kessie and Taz want to take turns lying on their backs, pushing air up, I got no qualms with that. Sounds like good exercise. I went 12-0 yesterday with the Druid and I had no Miracle Growths in the deck. What else did you have? Did you have Scales? Did you have Ysera or Raid Boss Onyxia? Red only does the push-ups off screen, so we don't know what he pushes up with. Just lay flat on my stomach, pull up a read Twitch chat, push myself up without my hands. Why the Sea Giant is it good? It's good because it's a 5 mana 8/8. Or a 4 mana 8/8. Or sometimes a 1 mana 8/8.
Versus Uther.
Did you offer those in your ice cream truck days? I did, yeah. Only old people ever got them. They sold when I would drive by the old folks home. Because they remembered eating them when they were a kid, back when in the Stone Age, when they actually first made them, I think. These are great questions. You guys are doing a remarkable job today, particularly Talrio. Spider's doing good. We femoids don't get the added support of the third limb. Hey, some ladies they have other things going for them. Don't really know how any of that stuff works. Frankly, not my forte. Back when Dreads got Lego. Did you like my joke about the Lego? I thought it was pretty good. What I kind of like is when we come to this stream and we reference a lot of the jokes that I made during Dreads' stream. It's like an all-day affair. Like the true Redbeard supporters are really watching Dreads so they can watch Redbeard interact before it goes online. And then they can reference it. It's kind of like a cool kids. It's the cool kids of chat. They were nice and soft. Sorry, what are we talking? Oh, I thought that was Tasney. Sorry. So their lack of teeth were not an issue. I might recommend them for Dreads as he is getting up there in age. He's getting older every day, if you can believe it. He is getting older every day. It doesn't help much when all three limbs are toothpicks. That's not good. You want a big, honkin', terrorizing you-know-what? Gosh, this is pretty nice. If I bump there in hero power, I'm just doing nothing else. I'm gonna have to make this trade anyway, so I hero power, I go face. I give it +2/+2, it still dies. If I could get it up to like a 5... I guess I would never be able to get it anywhere close to big enough to live, huh? It's a callback on the late night with Red. It is. Dear Dread said he played with the Legos when they first came out, and it turns out they came out in 1932. Yeah, that's true. That's true. He did say things. This is kind of nice. I guess that's kind of nice too. I suppose I can... Okay. I can do this. I can do this. And if he doesn't have a ping, well, guess what? He's out for lunch. It's kind of hard for me to watch Dreads. Like, it's literally hard to see him because the dust that comes off his ancient limbs. I already like where this is going. When he moves constantly, obscures the camera. Whoa, whoa, oh no, I do not condone that. Too far. Too far. Too far. Okay, that's pretty funny enough. Dreads. Wait, didn't I buff something? Oh, one didn't have the gardens buff. That makes sense. Taking additional damage on your puffer instead of your face. I don't think it works that way, right? What are we talking about? Additional damage on your puffer instead of your face. Did I do something wrong? But anyway, I was playing around Night Captain. I think the death rattles spawn after the ping triggers. I think that's why I did whatever I did. I don't understand the Dreads jokes. I partake in them and it's fun. Yeah, that's really what it's about. It's about coming together as a community. All of us here.
I got you, friend.
The way would have kept a 1/1 alive too. Take 3? Are you sure? Right now I've got Cheap Tall Boy. He has my back, so for now I'm gonna assume I did something good. Put some pressure on him. 3-2, 3-1, then Puffer. Actually, they are right. Sorry, Red. Well, I was playing around Night Captain. I didn't really want to have to deal with a Night Captain that early. Think about it. Also, this hat, sometimes when I move my head,
audience with the king.
Makes noise. Well, I mean the headphones. I don't know what's going on though. We're gonna schmagoigle that minion. We're gonna schmagoigle it right on down.
And funnel cake.
Requesting chat's knowledge?
The victory is yours.
No. I just care about Knight Captain a lot. So much so that I make suboptimal plays. Just playing around Knight Captain 5 head. No, you guys are right. I probably took extra damage. Shouldn't do that. How does this have 50 views already? I posted it once in one channel. It's blowing up. I was disappointed. Man, expert timing on the delays of, you know, perfect timing. Comedic savant over here. I feel like the white underside of the brim would be distracting, but it's a nice hat. I don't see the brim. The good thing is my eyes don't work so well, so I kind of can't see anything ever. It's kind of got like a horse in there too somewhere. When I go like that, I can't see it. It's good for shielding my eyes from the sun, which is good. It's like coming off my head or the hat. What is that? Oh my days! Hey Queenie. Didn't play around Frozen Bloodlust. That was a mistake, but I won that game, by the way. Still won it, by the way. Oh man, it's getting hot in here. Fuck. I think unrelated to Queenie's appearance, but maybe related.
The light dims, but we fight.
I don't want to pre-hit because I don't want to lose my guy, because if I can play a 3-mana 4/5 next turn, it's a pretty big deal. Damn, the sun's out right now in your room? I have a moon roof that lets the sun light in. Sorry, I've got to scratch deep within the inner rim of my nose. Did you watch Queenie get smacked down on Dreads' stream? I didn't. Hey, thank you so much, Rudy. Yeah, we got another YouTube video put up today. It's pretty sick. If anybody wants to help me out and go follow or subscribe to the YouTube, that'd be great. Taz said, I used to think I looked okay in the mirror until I got glasses and I regretted everything. I think you look amazing. But I've never seen you in the mirror, so. But I imagine you probably look the exact same. Just mirrored. But thank you, Rudy, for the Prime. Oh yeah, I played Dreads and I played Seraphine on 5. Or he did. Who played it? It's fucked up if Dreads to snipe Queenie. We could ban him from this channel if we want. All in favor? Sorry, I gotta pull a nose hair out. I really do. I think. What the fuck is that card? Ow! Jesus Christ. I'm fine. This is such a good buff here, but I don't draw a card.
The place to remember.
I mean, I don't have to draw a card, but I'm out of resources. Which, well, frankly, is not great. Oh, that hurt. That's a kind thing to say. What did I say? Ooh, Queenie? Banning Dreads should be a channel reward. Ban Dreads. Okay, fine. Manage rewards. Manage rewards. How do you make a new one? Add a custom reward. Ban Dreads. 10 minutes. Add a blurb.
That was a mistake.
So long, Dreads. Cost 50,000 points. You can ban him for 10 minutes, okay? Who will be the first to ban Dreads? Oh, I need to put like a cooldown on it. We'll figure it out. Oh, I need to make a play here. It's a decent card, but I have to play something, right? So if I hit hero power, trade. If I trade hero power, I'm kind of fooked either way. Cooldown of 10 minutes? I don't know. I think you can do it. I don't know if you can do it like... We'll figure it out. Okay, if any mods want to help me and ban Dreads for 10 minutes, he might not be here, but you can still ban him. And then he may, and Crafty can go down as the first person that ever redeemed the banning of Dreads. Okay, hold on. So I hit here. I bump there. Hero power here, maybe? Something like that. Time out Dreads. Tim out Dreads. Tim him out. Same thing applies with art. An image I'm painting might look great, and then when I flip it horizontally, it looks terrible. Look, I hope this is not inappropriate to say, but I think if I were to flip you horizontally, it would still probably look just as wonderful. Just because you're looking at the back of it when you do that.
Reporting for duty.
Alright, what am I doing? Killing something, I guess? I guess. God damn, you are a wordsmith, Red. Oh, I just copy what other people say and then giggle like a schoolgirl. Is Dreads timed out right now? I can't time him out. No! I can't be the one to time him out all the time. I mean, I could. I mean, I will. Oh man, I guess I'd rather draw a card. So like, it's big enough to trade. We can keep it alive, but like, why keep it alive when I can kill it, you know?
You've gone too far.
Scuba makes it seem so easy. Goober? Goober? You talking about me or... Ooh. I'm getting old enough to get wrinkles and it makes me self-conscious. Oh, so on that note, I have to take my glasses off to wash my face. I'm very thankful. So I never see. Sometimes I'll look real close and I'm like, my god. This face is disgusting to look upon. I would be happier to not have to do this. Let's bonkify it.
You've gone too far.
I really wanted to play Gangplank, but whatever. Guess I'm not. Dread's timed out for 600. Okay, thank you so much, Jesty. We may have to make a new mod for this. Somebody that really revels in banning Dreads and punishing him for bouncing. Dreads wants to interact with chat. He should be required to type with his Thrustmaster. He's sponsored by the Thrustmaster steering wheel. He is. That thing was weird. Big money, give it to me, honey.
Look at that.
Just gonna leave this guy, this guy's frozen. I'll deal with him next turn. Your face looks very nice, and that's coming from someone who's wearing glasses right now. I can even read the dark chat names against the black background, but these babies, god damn. God damn, those sound powerful. The real test will be when Alez gets here. I can never read his name. What if he doesn't come by? I don't know if he was here yesterday. And also, what if you're not here when he gets here? What if you have to go out and do Australian lady things, such as get groceries? Eat $30 shrimp scampi from the seafood place down the way? Start losing and he'll show up. Yeah, as soon as the run's bad, mysteriously he shows up. Okay, hold on. He can't get out of here fast enough. He's not here right now. Yeah, I use it's actually an HD camera, but it's like an HD camera from 1942 or whatever. So it's like lower the quality than SD. If I had higher definition, I would look worse. The more definition I get,
I will go forward.
the less definition you can realize is within my actual body, such as my rotund streamer belly or my, I don't know. You'll leave at some point to cook dinner and go for a nightly brisk walk. I haven't really done a lot of night walks. It's so cold here relative to LA. Although it was 70 F the other day and I was sweating. What's that in C? I was gonna look it up. 70 F to C. 21. It was like 21 C. And it's normally that's like every day in LA, but I've gotten so used to it being so much colder. I was dying. Just like walking around. I was wearing my little sweaty pants. I about ripped them right off and threw them in the street. When I go on a work conference call, I perfectly set my camera quality to 30, 360. All those suckers have it on auto and are in HD. Those losers. Those fools. This is kind of nice. If this was a 3-3, I'd probably play this. And the buff on it doesn't matter that much, whereas the buff on these things kind of matters a lot. Trade there. Could just drop a 4.
A place to remember.
There's a few rush things, you know, Ram Commander, the 2-1 Beast thing, Enchant Emerald Raven or something. Might not be able to get to it now. You said the other day that 70 degrees was too hot. You said the other day that 70 degrees was too hot. You're totally insane. What does that mean? I'm just saying, like, it was like 30 here for like 3 months or 4 months. Well, maybe not that cold. It was like 30 to 40. Now 70 feels like 100. What's 70? 21. 21C. Non-freedom unit.
A place to remember.
6, 12, 13. I'm not sure about that. But don't stand in the fire gets a little dicey. I probably lose 2. Here I might keep both. Some people can think 70 is hot. Well, it was almost 50 C when I was in LA. That was hot. It's just, my body has acclimated to this more frigid climate, I think. Oh man, hack is twisted. Why didn't you kill the totem? Yeah, I probably should have killed the totem. I don't know, maybe I'll scoop up the totem with like an attack with the puffer, whack into the totem. Maybe. But yeah, I probably should just kill the totem. Here. Also, I totally forgot that this deals 3, but this is still a good turn, right? A lot of crap on the board. 50C, you'd be dead. Well, I wasn't standing outside. It was 49.4 or something. What is that, 120, 120, 121, something like that? Dude, get the fuck away from my savage combatant. Bum, bum.
I lead from the
You've gone too far.
I know I can buff it and draw card, but I really like getting a 7-8 and a 4-5 down while he's overloaded. 21C is a solid temp. No need for a jumper, but no need to stay out of the sun. Also, no need to wear underpants, am I right? Perfect temp is 83. Yeah, 83 is not that bad. I think I would still prefer... I think I would still prefer 70, but I don't know. I kind of like the cool weather here. It helps me sleep, but it's been like the winter and now like the spring. I don't know what the summers are like here, but in California, in the San Fernando Valley, be like 90 F, 100 F at like 8 or 9 a.m. So I'd end the stream and it'd be like sweltering and I'd be sweaty and it's horrible. I could never sleep well in the summer.
Phelan versus Khadgar. There's no turning back now. I will
One
go
coin
forward
that.
at any cost.
Pretty good opener. If I pick up one more minion, I'm definitely gonna Garden's Coin Peasant. If he does nothing and I get a minion, 100%. Are the mosquitoes? Yeah. Not like a ton, but I was getting chewed up by mosquitoes, I think. I don't know where they were coming from.
A place to remember.
I guess, yeah. Mothership got mass polymorphed, and I made the joke Mother Sheep, and I think I'm pretty funny. We are talking in Fahrenheit here. Remember when Taz liked P, I remember? Those were the good old days. Back when the stream was young and...
A place to remember.
young and free to pee on whatever or whomever it so desired. It's hot, you can always head to the coast and it's cooler there. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, you're right. And he kind of has to go in here, so I kind of want to ooh.
It's going to be okay.
You're not showing it, but I think you're dying of laughing on the inside, Redbeard Copium. Me? I'm definitely dying on the inside. Sometimes I have 50 meatballs for dinner and I think there's no way I'm getting up. I eat them off the floor. Play a 2 and a 2? Play just one gigantic dude, right? I mean, it's a 4-mana 7/8. It's really good. You could not... What's that card called? Fire Sale? Fire Sale does not even come close. Well, I guess you could attack here, ping there, Fire Sale. We just have a 7/2. It'll be at 10. Actually, we currently don't have a great turn for next turn, but that's the worst case scenario probably. Or I guess face and a blizzard into like face and a flame strike or something. You could like kind of 2-turn us maybe.
I lead from the ground.
3-mana 7/8, call Faceless Wraithed. He's crying. Why do you think I like P more than I did before? What does that even mean? In your hiatus, did you visit the P Mecca? You visit the great P lakes of... I don't know any towns in Australia that kind of sound like P-town, but one of those? Great geysers of Perth, Australia. Great P geysers in Perth, Australia, located directly on top of Deformed Poet's bed while he's sleeping. You know, because he's the one peeing, wetting the bed. Speaking of dying laughing on the inside, somebody's got some good jokes here. Just looked up weird Australian town names. I'm sure there's a P sounding one in there. You know? I think you might be right.
You've gone too far.
I'm not dying of laughter, I'm just dying. That's way worse. Well, I guess it's about the same. Funny sounding Australian. Oh my god, if you got a taunt, that would have been sick nasty.
Well done.
Funny sounding Australian city names. City? Town? Useless loop. Western Australia. Weewa. What are these places? NSW? Is that what is that? How am I supposed to know? The weirdest and funniest place names in Australia. Timbuktu. Kalgoorlie. Oh, I'm not saying that one out loud. Runners up. Nope. Bong Bong, QLD, and NSW. I don't understand. What is that? North, south, west? How could there be so many directions? Weewa, yeah, Weewa's pretty good.
Go forward at any cost.
New South Wales. Oh. New South Wales. There you go. Sorry, I didn't know. I was busy becoming an arena master instead of mastering just geography. Dason. What's up, Dason?
Side effects? No. Trust me.
I lead from the front.
We're 8-0. That's pretty good. No matter what, we're going to get at least 8 wins. QLD. Is that Queensland or something? Queenland? We're talking about kinks, and Taz is adamant about P. It's important to be adamant about things such as P. Or education. Participate your first ever 12-0. No, it would be the second one this week, though, Campy. Coming in here disrespecting Redbeard. Ain't my thing, but if a wonderful beautiful lady like Taz is into pee, you better believe I'm gonna provide all the Gatorade and electrolytes she would deserve. Gatorade, electrolytes, Talriels, bathroom. There are 3 villages near me, but the names translated are Boobs, Hips, and Suckit Rose, and they're next to each other. Who's Rose? Talriel, he's a willing and giving lover. You could tell. You could just tell sometimes. Providing Gatorade, electrolytes. Was gonna play flanking something or other. Yeah, it's not so bad. If he dredges it up, the card's really good, right? I can play that, but that doesn't seem too good. Let's play this one, get this turret off the board. How do I see the other one? Oh, there it is. After this attacks, deal 5. Oh my god, I didn't even know what this card did. I thought you had to attack phase. You can trade a minion and then free kill another. I'll even go in on some Pedialyte, because that will make sure you're getting the hydration necessary for long sessions. We got some pee-pee chat going on here. Puffer? Thanks, Tal. You're giving me a lot of ideas right now. I feel like Tal is well versed in this. I was thinking just 17 cups of black coffee and some asparagus to wash it down. But no, Tal's probably a better idea there. How have I been lately? I've been okay, Dason. Just playing arena with my friends. Sometimes some of my enemies show up. Kripali, Dreads. That dog that lives 3 houses down that always gives me the evil eye. Hero power? I wanted to do this, but leaving up the 5 or giving up my guy doesn't really feel all that fruitful, no? Maybe some nice beet juice for a splash of color. I love Kenny's emotes. They look good. Just the color palette is so nice on them. It's like a comic or something, like a graphic novel-y. I mean, Soldier, you forgot to mention me as an enemy. Well, you weren't here yet, but now, naturally. Refugeek, not even really an enemy, more like an arch nemesis.
Look at that.
I draw one drop. Oh, I did draw one. Did I hit a click clocker too? No. Gardens? Yeah, let's play this one. Ba 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 ba. We'll say we are 8-0. This run probably making it to YouTube. So thanks everybody for being here. Thanks for watching, of course. If you haven't hit the follow button yet, maybe consider now. Refugeek is here, so I do feel obliged to mention the YouTube. The guy just put out another YouTube video. I don't know how many we have now. When I check on my phone, it tells me sometimes, but like almost 400 videos on YouTube if you want to check out any fun runs. The most recent video is just bombing hard, so, you know, watch one of the ones from before that, maybe. Subscribe, though. Subscribe. Hit the bell. We contaminated the YouTube video with our degenerate conversational topics. YouTube loves Hearth and more Hearth, and Redbeard impressions. They despise this Euromycetosinous discussion. But that's okay. So we gotta talk about something. We gotta talk about something while we're getting 9 wins, tearing people apart. Kenneth, wow, Kenneth, there's another 2 for this kind of content. That's true. Tasney, hello, I've missed you. Davey is the sweetest boy that ever lived. I'm doing a little remix, you like it? A little tip-a-tap. Let's talk about how amazing Join the Resistance is. I don't even think you're that amazing. Not that, I just don't really know anything about you. Red has a new hat. Do you like it? Do you want it? You can order it on the Team Liquid Apparel website. You can get with the hat with the horse on it. Druid full arena run. Red is looking fresh in the new hat. It's a good color. I think maybe this shirt might not be the best choice with it, but I just put it on because it smelled nice. It was in my clean wash pile. I've got one of those now. Why is everybody yelling? Kripali's here. He's yelling. He stubbed his toe. He's screaming. He's out of control. And he's my friend. Hey, I don't know if Maverick's still here, but I do want to say thanks again to Maverick. The man donated $100 and demanded that we buy Pokemon cards. I think that's really awesome. My favorite part of the YouTube is the card impressions. Hey Maverick, welcome back. I didn't know you were still here. I said that before you said your message.
I will go forward.
The old hat actually came off. I actually just put this one on over the other one. It had deflated enough. This one was bigger, so now I just have 2 hats on. Dear God, Hop. I didn't notice the hat. Got a big hat. It's not Redbeard. We're rebranding. Now it's Red Stud. Liquid Red. Red's Studly Liquid. Hearthstone card merchants are 50k now. This place has gone to shit while I've been gone. Who's in charge? Zelda actually requested that they go up in price. Corrupt Zelda became corrupted. Just been lurking. Alright, well, I appreciate it. I do. Hey, if I just want to say anything, I feel like I've had about 50 really good jokes today. Just throwing it out there. Ren Studly Liquid. I feel like I've kind of had a lot of good jokes. Frankly, I want to be appropriately recognized for such. I will type with lower cases. Chat's killing my vibe. Don't give in to them. Zelda's to blame. That is good to know. I'll get my whacking stick ready. Oh, he might like that as well. I really want to play this. I can also play a 4/5 and give him 2 cards. It's like, yeah, I can give him 1 card, but then I'm kind of giving up my turn, and that feels not good. And what this may do as well is it may sort of like trick him a bit, right? You're like, well, I don't want to swing into a 2-1, in which case we may get a double buff on this guy again too. There was this amazing joke you made earlier in the week that I laughed at for an entire day, but now I can't remember it. Guess it wasn't that good then. Or your memory's failing from smoking too many marijuana cigarettes. I don't know. I don't know which it could be. Alright, we are getting the double buff, but we didn't get to keep one of our guys. That's not that good. Maybe the joke caused the memory loss? I better be more careful. Wait, did Zelda pay for the whacking stick? I want that. Yes, that should be videotaped. As a deterrent for anybody else, or as an advertisement for Tasney's whacking services. Hey, I sort of have a shark. Mine doesn't kill the whole board, but it does kill the shark. That's nice. You said it absent-mindedly. I don't think anybody else appreciated how genius it is. Wow. These type of compliments feel good. They do. You know, I was just saying I, felt like I did a good job today. Maybe that day too. So the low price of 100,000 farts. Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. I had Shake Shack earlier. Well, I didn't, but Queenie probably did. Best draw this turn. Best in shell would be a really slamming pickup here. Just absolutely. I mean, it's not actually that good, huh? I could trade this. Maybe we trade it and try to find something better. Alright, growth next turn. Or we take all of our mana crystals back this turn, maybe?
What enticing power.
Isn't it enticing?
Hey, I got you, friend.
Alright, so maybe we do this, we hold that, we get an actual hand back and we buff it. I can afford 27 wax. You know what? You know what? I can afford an infinite amount of wax. This is still delightful. What great news. What spectacular news this turns out to be. Abuse of power. Hey, I'm redeeming infinity wax. Infinity wax. Maybe 200 to 300. I wish something big was still here. I could. You have a wax subscription? I do. Or gifted subs. I'm out of money. I'm out of money. Twitch doesn't pay me for 2 weeks. Actually, I'm still waiting on the stream elements. Anything we do always takes like 30 days before I see the money. One of them, there was an accounting error, so I didn't get any pay. One day, I'm sure. Hey, thanks, Serpico, for the 4 gifted subs. You certainly didn't have to do that. I'd be careful. I gotta be careful with that button. Thank you so much, Maddie, Char, Verdin, Calshade, and Nicolo. Thank you guys for the follows. I'm sorry for the subs. I definitely didn't follow. Is it better? I think I'll just do this.
The place to remember.
We're gonna draw cards, and we're gonna get less buffs, but we're gonna be able to buff this stuff. I guess this one gets buffed, which is kind of cool. Always be able to play that stuff. So let's trade and trade. Maybe I should have just given up 1 stat here and got the buffs on these, maybe. I guess it lets us, oh, we got that buff too? But thank you again, Serpy, I do appreciate it, I'm sorry. I feel like I scammed the system. You think 30... 30k is a lot? Song request? Is that a song? Hold on, let me pull up YouTube. Let me pull up the YouTube. What song did you want? Band Dreads. Band Dreads, you say? Am I dying? I have to play Hearth. I can't focus on these right now. Alright, I'm done. I'm done trying to take those points. I don't want to take any damage, but 6 isn't that much, right? So I could swing here, maybe. Take 1 and just kill this. And play that bozo, and I mean, this thing's freaking huge. But drawing a few more cards, hitting a mothership could be. Oh my god! I didn't realize I hadn't done that yet. Relax, girl. Smelly had timed out dreads. Guy's gone. Second best use of the channel points. 10 minutes. All right, only 10. See him in 10 hours. Hey, this with the flute song request. I only have 200k. I have to be careful. No, Queenie's requests won't be honored because she just uses them and then pays herself back, so they're not actually used. They're now moot. They are worth nothing. Channel points. The whole system's it's defunct now. I was trying to I am fart incarnate. That is how I describe you to people who haven't met you, but yeah, okay. What's the question, son? Spooking guy here. We have 4, 6. We need 1 stinking damage. 1 damage is all we need. We play these 2, but then I can't hero power, huh?
These are due back tomorrow.
I want to put him to 1. Oh, no, this deals 2, sorry. Now, I wouldn't have missed lethal because it would have just killed him, but... But yeah. The Redbeard point economy is in shambles, so what do we do? I didn't know today would be the day that the fart economy truly collapsed. Queenie bought into Fartcoin early, so she's seeing huge returns. Yeah, that's the thing with fart coins is no matter how many you accumulate, they always return. You always end up returning them. Can't hold on to them forever, right? Yeah. Yeah. You don't have access to... You don't have permission to access the reward queue. No, only mods and Redbeard. I feel bad for Dreads. Does nobody think of his feels? No, they don't. 10 plus boys getting huge returns. You'll love to see it if you're one of those bold souls. Choose prediction outcome. So let's do this. Let's pay it out. 10 to 12, right? I think. Let's start a prediction here of will we win 12 games. I'll give you guys 1 minute on 12. Okay, if you guys want us to keep betting. Value of 1 fart has gone down with all the prices soaring though. No, the value of 1 fart has gone up because there aren't more farts being produced. So each fart is inherently more valuable. Come on, Rod. Also, I'm going to deduct 10 fart points from your salary this week. Don't splash this the fucking pot. In my club, I will splash the pot. We never the fook. I please. Okay, Queenie. In my stream, I will splash the farts. whenever the fuck I please. Bet fast. Taz is, oh, did she actually bet? I was gonna say, she ain't even gonna bet. She just comes in here hooting and hollering how she can't bet. Then tries to strategically game the system and then fails to bet. But it looks like this time she bet. Those farts. Gone. They're gonzo. This one doesn't even get buffed, so who cares, right? I've always advocated a backed fart coin portfolio, perhaps jars of actual flatulence stored in some sort of fart reserve to avoid a collapsing economy for just these times. You could also invest in gold, perhaps, but yeah. I think it's probably important to have a diversified fart portfolio. That story checks out. I could try to ditch it. The silence is nice if he plays a taunt of his own. What about a hero power? It's just not that good. And I'm not gonna sit here making the trades for him. Like, what's the punish? I guess a BGH or something, but... Alright, Teddy KG Beard. Don't you get tired of matching up with Demon Hunter and Druids at high wins? No. I love being at high wins, so I don't really care what other people are doing. I get tired of matching up against Druids and Demon Hunters at low wins, though. That's fucking annoying. Then they kill me and I lose. Whatever you say, just don't sick grandma on me, please. Grandma. Grandma. Alright, he's got 7 mana. So that could be annoying, but we'll never hear activate my Yogg again. I'll play it for free one time, I'll remember, okay? Next time we draft Yogg. We actually drafted him earlier today, but I forgot. Actually, a good card to roll against Scales of Onyxia, but I don't know if it really matters that much to us because it's just gonna kind of whoop everything anyway. Kill the beast, kill the whelp. I don't know. Kill the beast, maybe. Good morning, what's up, Arcano? Good to see you, dude. Hoping we can get some new followers to hang out here with us. We got old followers, Arcano.
With every strike,
Silence that and kill it. But then I can't kill the 2/1. Play these 3. Probably. Oh, I can't hero power though. What if I just whack there and play this and try to set up lethal? Silence is pretty juicy. We have 2 large minions. He doesn't have a lot on the board. Thank you to Finally Dusk for the follow. Very cool of you. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Sorry about all the farting. But chat does have a way with wild and rowdy behavior. Not Sea Giant? I forgot about that. Kill the whelp to avoid an amalgam. Oh. Yeah, okay. 2 turns ago? Yeah, I think I like that. I always kind of default to killing the thing that can get healed for a little bit. Like if he plays a Stormwind, then this guy becomes a 3/2, then I kill the Stormwind and it remains, goes back up to a 2/2. Whereas this thing becomes a 3/2, and then the Stormwind dies and goes back to a 2/1. And then other type of cards like that, or like a heal. Wish he didn't dredge a second scale. 7 plus a hero power. What about a mothership? Mothership would be okay. Rev is kind of useless. C-Gen presented lethal? Yeah. But it presents lethal, but you leave up the 4/7 and the 2/1, so it only needs 4 damage to kill it. Plus, does anything ever really present lethal against a druid? They just always have, I mean, your opponent's druid just always has double scales, 8/8 rush, flipper friends and stuff. But yeah, it's just pretty easy to kill it when you have to leave up the 4/7, right? Alright, we're gonna do this, and this, and that, and then see if maybe we can crack through a taunt or something, I don't know. I'm sure these 5 druid cards won't be as good as his Boomkin, Direwolf, Frostwolf, Double Scales, Troll start that he's already had, I'm sure. It won't be a Miracle Growth this turn too, right? I don't have any of those cards. Well, I have one actually. Oh, before the Blood Guard? Maybe. I can't quite remember exactly what was there. What's the best for us? He plays like a Tar Creeper and like a Yeti or something. Oh, give it taunt? Nope. So what's that, 7? So it's actually not enough to clear the board right now. Only got 5 mana left.
Do you have an audience with the king?
That's frustrating. Red's red armpits. Why are my armpits red? Freddie Duke also followed. I appreciate that, Freddie. Sounds like a real viewer who's not a fake account. It sounds like a real viewer, it's not a fake account. Yeah. Yeah. It's close. Rip the 12-0 Dream, it's alright. Our deck, again, we always talk about it, but it's just not in the same league as the decks you're gonna face at 10-0. This is not a 10-0 or 12-0 quality deck. It's a good Druid deck, but we just can't do the same things that Druids are doing. So if they draw their scales, into their flipper, into their lethal, then we'll just die, right? We don't have that capability, so we just have to hope they don't have those things and we get a good draw and we play well, and that gives us like a small percentage to potentially get a few more wins.
Versus
It's calling me at 120.
I will go forward at any cost.
Okay, look for a 3. What up, Big Red? Big ups to you. Hey, Astro. Should have seen the Druid deck I beat yesterday. I only won because it went to fatigue, and they lost due to having used so many Miracle Growths. That's cool. A punish for the Miracle Growth. Let's play this. Could be very problematic. Iris Jeff will call you at any time of the day. Yeah, any time of the day, any time of the night. Never during the day.
Really?
Only during the night. Well, this could be pretty insane, depending on
I got you, friend.
what his draws are. Fuck. Does it tell me how many he buffed 5? Okay, we'll try to remember that. Let's play this. And this.
And funnel cakes.
I have to pee. Pee warden, you're on duty. You're on pee duty. Okay, let's imagine he doesn't trade anything. That would be cool. Is he gonna whack the 2/2? Quality. Absurd. Absurd. Does that mean I can't play the Sea Giant now? Well...
Not enough mana. Not enough mana. Not enough mana.
Play the 5. I guess I can go 2, 1, 2. It's just kind of hard to get this card down where it does anything, right? Shikachi, thanks for the prime. Isn't that one of them Dillido ones? The Shikachi? 5,000? Thank you so much for the prime, man. 5 months. I got the handcuffs ready. Wait, why? I thought you were gonna help me, remind me to go. Why am I getting punished?
The light guides you.
Tasney's handcuffs. I could play this. I guess I don't really have to play that, right? So play this. Play this. That guy's gonna cost 3. Know exactly what we're doing, but something. So get down, reckoning. How do I go face with everything?
It's going to be okay.
Use your head! You've gone too far.
Okay. Gotta use the handcuffs while you pee, it's funnier that way. I try not to touch anything down there anyway. You're thinking of the Hitachi, which is just an electronic brand. Oh, not the Shikachi. My mistake. Looks like we have also identified a pervert. Failed the test or passed the test, Savantius. I knew exactly what it was because I'm trying to get him outlawed from the world. The opponent is on 10 on turn 6. The trick is to play a 1-drop and then a corporal. To play a corporal on 1 and then 2 1-drops on 2 and then a 3-drop on 3 and then a traveling merchant. Those have been the key. Do all that stuff and then drop a traveling merchant. I'm gonna go pee. I don't want to get handcuffed, or I do want to get handcuffed. This works. Okay. Oh, frick. I'm back. I did 12 push-ups. I'm out of breath. Okay, I'm back. Is there anything in the house besides that chair and a computer? Almost nothing, no. Okay. Jail avoided today. That's reassuring. Oh my god, YouTube's moving. Let's try. I feel like no, it's not right. Kolst! The legendary Kolst! In our 12-win game. Two titans of industry. I think I'd like to pick up a 1 or 3 if I could. I might regret passing this 4, but we'll see. I don't immediately regret it yet. Final boss. This is like the final boss. Why hello, Kolst. Doing battle in arena. Did he say don't you dare test me? What did he say to me? How dare you say that, Kolst? I have a Tar Creeper in this deck. Have I even played it once? I have. But not a lot of times. It used to be a bike, but Red got exhausted just thinking about riding it. Not entirely true. The bike's right over there. Hello, bike. I don't think the wheels work too well on it though. It feels like it's always like I'm pedaling and it barely moves. It's like the gears might be broken. Oh, that's a nice place. Yeah, sorry. I was showing it earlier. It's easier now. There's no more divider. I bought that couch for $60. I kind of want to replace it, but I don't know. Now I'm like, I don't know how long I'm going to stay, you know? Like, our plan was to stay, but now the plan might be to go.
Make your move. I see it.
No, very little dirt on the ceiling, which is nice. Just how I like it. I can hero power and play the Claw Flurry Adept and don't have to trade that. That's pretty cool, no? Right? Or I can go face and play this, but that doesn't put any pressure on his face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 again. God damn, the deck just plays itself. This has been a straightforward start. This turn there actually I think is a debate of whether or not you want to trade or go face or play this, but I'll just keep the pressure. He's got 5 mana, right? Like 5's not a lot. You know, Kolst, thought you were better than running Lion's Guard, but sometimes you gotta take a Lion's Guard. This is a good card too. I hate that card. We're gonna trade in this order. In case we get the Mechanical Shark, we could maybe ping his face instead of throwing it in, bringing it down to like 3 and still needing to trade in our 5 power minion. I'm gonna get a little bit more chip damage in if I can, where like he might not be able to just keep swinging this weapon into things. Lion's Guard rewards slow play too much. Yeah, I love Kolst. If we beat him, I hope he's not out. If he beats us, I hope he's getting 12. I don't like that card. I think it's you know, when it came out I hated it. When it came back I hate it now. It's good to have cards that allow you to come back from going second or from fast starts and whatnot, but it's just too punishing in Arena.
Her reign ends here.
Lion's Guard is good everywhere. What do you mean? We need more cards like Servant of Yawg. Maybe not, but yeah.
Look at that.
Alright, get a couple motherships. Nah, I gotta stress, like, I mean, Miracle Growth, kind of dumb. Much better at 8 than 7, but still kind of a wacky card. Mothership, kind of dumb, right? Like, there's other dumb cards. Like, people are doing dumb stuff without, you know, all the classes and whatnot, but...
You've gone too far.
See, we don't really have any reach. We don't have Knight Captain in the deck, right? Better at 8 than at 7. Better for the game. It's a better designed card at 8 than 7. It's still really strong at 8, but... Lethal for Mothership? Possible. That's unfortunate. Actually, a really bad roll there too. It has to be a 1 power minion. That's crazy. It has to be a 1 power minion that he can cleave. A like, not sheep. Sheep would be better for us. I mean, all the missiles have to miss his face. It has to be not naval mine, because otherwise he can't swing his weapon. But he has to... I guess he doesn't have to trade, though. He can just go phase, right? That's crazy, how bad that roll is. He's still dead, is he? He swings here. Did he already swing? He swings here and he trades there. He goes to 2. Yeah, so not dead. We can only put him to 1. So if he has a Battle Master, we're dead. So we're gonna hold our silence. I think we hold our silence.
What?
I can't remove anything this turn. So we really shouldn't even be that concerned, right? Like, always hero power. We always hit his face. And what? We play like the Sea Giant, or I guess... Double Diver? Like, none of it really matters. You either die this turn or you win next turn. Like, that's it. I guess you could double Taunt, and then maybe, like a Noyo module, and then maybe we want the 2 divers. Plus Moarg. And we silence the Moarg, and we, Revenant? No. Then he just trades the Revenant, right? We have the silence to stop a taunt.
Side effects.
You can kill that, and then we lose. Really close game. This way they can't remove the divers, yeah. Battlemaster, Areno? We lost to Areno. No, we beat Areno. Somebody was at 1 and played Areno, but then we killed them like 2 turns later because Reno sucks. If Kolst said Reno there, he would have won, right? We were out of juice. Get out of here, Kolst. Close game. Without the Lion's Guard, we win like 3 turns ago. With a Battlemaster, he wins that turn. Maybe an Illidari kills us too. We already lost to a top deck Alex Straza in that almost same spot, right? But we got 12 wins, 1 loss. I can't remember what the 1 loss was. Ooh, 2 nice Goldens. Shitty Void Gill, but Glaive Shark's good. And 250 gold, nice. Is a chance at 12, nice. Like I said, I love Kolst. You guys should definitely check out his stream. Can we spam some Kolst in the chat? That'd be kind of cool. Hit all the buttons on YouTube, subscribe, follow, like, all that. And let's see how our old friend Kolst does, as long as he doesn't mind and kick us out. Let's see if this man can take it to 12. We'll go over his you know, his play, not his play, but like, you know, his play.
Hatred of 10,000 years.
Let's go Kolst. Yeah, we're 100% rooting for Kolst, of course. Pay the 12 boys. Let's pay it that we didn't get it though. Let's do the opposite. We go 12. Let's say no, just to mix it up once in a while, keep people on their toes. No to the bet. What do you guys do in here? Skulker? We don't know what's in his deck, right? So last time I clicked all the buttons on YouTube, I ended up watching a documentary about prisons. I like those type of documentaries. They're fun. Very few people can match Cole's skill. No, he's one of the best players in the world. We got lucky to go first and curve out so well to beat him, but hey, if we both go 12, then cool, right? So what is he doing here? It's interesting. Does he play the 3? Would you guys play the 3? I think I'd play the 3. Just keep his curve. His curve going. I dredge over Skulker? I like Skulker because then if you get a 4 and you get it down to 3, you can play a 4-drop on curve. I like that. And he might have some dredge things, like he might have this card. Or he might have Phelan, or who knows what. So the dredge might be more valuable than it seems. You have to take 5. But this stupid diver really kind of ices out Cole's hand. Lazy streamer, not even playing anymore. I was just taking a break to see how my friend Kolst does. I like drawing the bunker there, so you can play the Sunken. Oh, so he wants that next turn. Interesting. I might have played the Sunken, no? The problem with this, potentially, is the free trade on the pirate means we have to give up both. We know what we're drawing, right? We know we're drawing that insane card. So, he can trade here. I'm interested to see what he does here. I guess you could bunker slap, or you can trade after. It has to live. You can go face and kill either one. I think I would probably just bunker hero power. Wonder what he dredges up. The Sunken card. Yeah. Sorry, I'm pulling out nose hairs here. Right. It has to live? I think so, right? Because it says after, not whenever. So after can't trigger if it's dead. That makes it way worse. Well, it has charge, so you can just go face. It doesn't have to live? Oh. Never mind then. Just made that shit up. This is an awkward turn too, because you want to do this, right? But then you can't play anything else. I got so many podcasts. Well, it's just a guy interviewing a more famous guy for 3 hours to get views. Well, some of those people, what about Joe Rogan? He's more famous than a lot of the people he interviews. Imagine getting schooled by me. Wait, what about hero powering the... Oh, I guess if he does that, then he can just hero power whichever one... Whichever, like as long as he hits one of them, he can hero power the other, right? Kind of like that. You YOLO it. Yeah, I like this. Like, you get to clear the board. You don't get to put any pressure. But I don't know. I'm not liking in this spot. Me, I would feel super confident because they've got a lot of cards. They have a lot of health. But I guess we're going first and we have a good turn next turn, so... Well, we don't have a great turn anymore. They're at 19. I would imagine Cole's, depending on what's in his deck, with this hand and this draw, I would imagine he's not favored, right? He's very unfavored, I would imagine. You got the point, but saw many people trying to copy Joe, and Joe is done boring. Well, yeah, you don't have to like him. Other people do. Man, my nose is like... Maybe it's the pollen. Yeah, Sneeds. Oh yeah, he had Sneeds, huh? But he doesn't have Sneeds in his hand. Sneeds is a 1 in 21. Less than 5% chance to hit Sneeds. Marion, oh. That's the exact opposite of what happened. I kept telling him we should do a podcast, and he said, yeah, sure. He's like, oh, when when I get time or something. I'm like, okay. We could have been doing a podcast for the last 2 or 3 years. Red's presence is bad luck? Who knows? Maybe the opponent's got some turds in his hand, right? Maybe there's a duality of turddom going on. Don't recognize this liquid hat streamer. Screen tells me it's Kolst. Okay. I mean, that's not a great turn for them. If we pick up a Goliath or whatever, Sneeds Goliath this turn. That's exactly what I'm telling you. Yes. And that's the truth. This game is kind of close, actually. It's closer than I thought it would be. Because they keep using their face. They're developing a good board. If Kolst has an Inquisitor, he may be able to, like, cheese us out. They have no fear of Inquisitor? Yeah. Maybe they're stream sniping. I recognize that name. That's a leaderboard player, I think. Maybe they're stream sniping Kolst. I'm gonna go check Kolst's deck list just to see. He's got a variant. He's got a Goliath. Oh, he had the Flame Reaper. He's got a Bone Glaive too. Bone Glaive may be the way to cheese it. Okay, back to our observation. I think here, what are you guys doing?
Demons.
Trading the 4-3 and the 2-1?
Time grows short.
I think that's probably where I go. The 3-2 and the 3-1 against the 5-5 is kind of awkward. Do you want to throw them both in, or... Oh, interesting. So then he must be going face then. Weird. He hit the two things that... Oh my gosh. He hit the two things that I wouldn't have hit. Is Bone Glaive the 1 mana? No, the 5 mana, 1 deal 5. It's a Babel game. We're watching Kolst. I think I would have hit the exact opposite. I don't like cracking the 3-1 on my turn in general. But if he low rolls to 3, then you're in a pretty good spot there. I don't know. It's always Goliath, right? You're always drawing to Goliath. I don't know what his variant could pull. If it pulls 3, I didn't look that closely at his deck list. But yeah, I think it's easy to second guess plays from this spot. I think you got a hero power like a 2/2 or something, and just get the Lion's Guard down activated. But it's easy to second guess people's plays. But Kolst is a really good player. I would trust, you know, his judgment, or I'd be interested to hear his thought process if when he makes plays that we disagree with, because he's so good. So it's crazy to think that even at this high level of the game, there's still different thinking of what the best play is. Yeah, now keep in mind, he's played 14 games with this deck. I played against it once, and we saw half or a third of the deck, and this game we've seen half or a third. He knows the deck better than us. I'm just speculating based off of incomplete knowledge. He's probably feeling too much pressure from being spectated by Big Star, and it's not very fair. You think so? I think he's played really solid, and I don't think he's really favored. I would imagine the argument for any play that you're making is A, you don't have Inquisitor, so you're never going to get that 8 base damage, and B, it's like maybe rationalizing your, like, increasing your odds, maximizing your odds to draw your Goliath in the shortest term, maybe, where it still has an impact. Like, I didn't really think about all that. So like maybe if he hits a 2/2 that turn instead of a 2/5 that gives value, and he draws a Goliath, maybe it's like he's even in a better spot. Maybe he thinks, you know, that's his only way back. I don't know. You need Sneeds or you lose. Yeah. At the end of the day, I don't think that trade results in a win without hitting Sneed or probably Varian. 11 solid. Always want to see people get 12, especially after they beat us or we beat them. Like, people that you kind of play against in your pod, I always kind of would rather they go 12, right? But 11's no shame in that. We were real close. Our game between Kolst was really close. That one's really close. I'm sure he's probably a little frustrated, but I think you guys should check him out. Drop him a follow.